Hi guys, it's Cheryl from My Well-Rounded Life, and today I thought I would do my very first story time. So this one is called Why I Don't Do Bees. Oh, excuse me. There's something on my glasses. Luna was laying with me, but she just jumped down. And Gracie's playing with her ball. Give me your ball. See her little rubber ball that she's tearing apart? Go get it! It's a Kong, and she's still tearing it apart. What are you doing? You want to get under it? Under? Is that what you want? I find her under things all the time. You want to get under? Is that it? Okay, so there's Luna. A couple little updates first. My mother ordered these egglets. I'm sure you've seen them around. They're from As Seen on TV. You break an egg in, it's silicone, you break it in, and you put the lid on, and you put it in boiling water, and it makes eggs, hard-boiled eggs that you don't have to peel. You can also scramble some eggs, like in a bowl or something, and then pour them in here. And I'm gonna do a product review on it. I just finished taking them apart. Each one has 3 pieces, and I washed all of them. They come with 6, and I'm only gonna do like 3. But I am going to do a video on this very shortly. So that'll be there. Are you going to keep moving it? Can I move this over here out of the way? Can I put it over here? Is that better? She's got a bone now. Okay. I'm going to put my feet up. Yes. I got myself a cup of coffee. It's after 6, so I switched to decaf in the evenings. Not that it really bothers me, but caffeine, but I just like the flavor of this decaffeinated coffee better than any other K-cup I've ever had. And this is my Her Ladyship mug from Downton Abbey, and it comes with a lid, which I need for Gracie Lou, because if I leave my seat to go, out of the room, she will then try to drink my coffee. So I can put the lid on it, or I could use it as a coaster. She's staring at me. That's delicious. All right. I don't do bees. I don't do bees. I get so upset when it's time for the bees to come out. Oh, I forgot a prop. I'm just gonna go get it. Something gave me a shock. Okay, excuse me, Luna, sorry. Sorry, did I interrupt you? There you go. All right, ew, that bone was wet. There's some waste on one end. You're gross. Yes, you are. You're gross. You're so gross. You're so gross. Hi, Luna. You could come up if you want. I mean, Gracie, do you want to come up? Are you upset? Where was I? I don't do bees. When I was like 5, my mother took me to the park for a picnic. She met her girlfriend there who had a kid, and he was about my age. And my mother told me not to take my shoes and socks off, but I took my shoes and socks off. And I remember this kid and I took, I don't know if it was a blanket or a towel, whatever we had been sitting on, up to the top of the hill. It was the dike. This park was on the side of the river. This was up in the Wilkes-Barre area. And one of us would sit on the towel, and the other one would pull the towel, pulling the kid down the hill. It was a great place to go sledding in the wintertime. So anyway, at one point, I got stung on the foot by a bee, and I screamed and cried and carried on. It was my first sting, and my mother said it ended the picnic, and she had to take me home and put mud on it, because that's what they did to pull the stinger out. I guess the stinger was still in my foot. I don't know what part of the foot, the bottom of the foot, the back, I don't know. But I don't remember ever having a problem with bees after that, because I was a kid and you don't think about stuff like that. And then I turned 10. We moved to Philadelphia. We lived in apartments. And the whole street had little apartment buildings with like 4 apartments in each one, 2 in the bottom and 2 on top, something like that. I don't remember. We were on the bottom floor. I had a friend who lived across the street. She was also on the bottom floor. And underneath her living room windows, she had bushes. And we decided, she and I and my little brother Billy, who was only 2 at the time, and the only reason why he was with me is because my mother made me watch him. Take your brother outside to play. Your brother's going out to play. Go watch him. That's what I always had to do. I was the oldest. He was the youngest. So that's why he was with me, because I had to watch him. And I love you. We decided to build a fort. My mother was across the street in that building, and she was vacuuming. And we had the kind of windows that you cranked, and the window slowly opened. And there was a screen on the inside, so the glass was on the outside, and it opened when you cranked it. And we were behind the bushes, deciding what we were going to do, how were we going to make a fort, what we were going to use. And then all of a sudden, my legs started feeling really prickly. Something was picking my legs. I didn't know what it was. We came out, and we looked, and I was covered with bees. Bees, bees, and bees. Now, that little girl's house, her apartment was right there. She opened the door and ran inside. I think she got stung twice. But before she ran inside, we all started screaming. We're jumping up and down and carrying on. And my mother looked out the window and saw us dancing across the street and didn't think anything of it. We were just being weird, normal, weird kids. And, but then I guess she heard the shrills of the screaming when she looked out again, and she saw Billy and I running toward the house. And she turned the vacuum cleaner off, and she could hear us screaming. And she said she just knew immediately what was wrong. That, and she wasn't going to allow any of that in the house. So when she was a child, she tripped and fell into a hornet's nest that was on the ground, on or in the ground. So she also knows what it's like. And hornets are a lot worse than the bees that got me. I think they were the honeybees. So, oh look, I traded dogs. So here we are running toward my apartment building, and my mother comes running outside with a rolled up either newspaper or magazine. I don't know which it was. But so she's running toward us, and we're running toward her, but then I'm like, she's gonna beat us. You know, do I run away or what? And she just let loose and started swatting all the bees off us. And it was terrible. And then she got us in the house. She sent us to the bathroom and told us to strip our clothes and stay inside the bathroom and wait for her. And she shut the door. And while we were in there, she went around. Bees came in with us. She went around to every room, and she says there was 1, 2, or 3 bees in every window, because you know bees always gravitate toward the light. So they were all in the windows, and she went around the house and killed all the bees with whatever it was she had rolled up. And then came into the bathroom, and we were stripped, standing there, me and my little brother, naked, waiting for her. And she gave us a bath, I think. She examined us. She counted. She said, I know she said Billy had about 50 and I had about twice as much stings on our bodies. And I think she bathed us. I can't remember if she made us sit in a warm tub for a little bit, but she made us stay in the house after we were done in the bathroom and dressed again. She made us sit and she watched us to make sure nothing happened. We didn't have a car or anything, or else if we did, my stepfather had it in work. But after a couple hours, we wanted to go back outside and play. And she's like, well, okay. So we went out, and I remember staying on my side of the street for a long time. My mother said she was amazed at how we just wanted to go back out, and we were fine. We weren't affected by it at all. So clearly we weren't allergic to it. And like I said, I was 10. and I'm 53 now, and I haven't been stung since. I freak out if a bee comes around. I cannot just stand there and let it meander. I certainly can't let it approach me in its own curious way, just to, you know, sniff around. Do they smell? I don't know. And leave. No, I can't do that. I'm one of those that start flailing everything I own and book it. I'm gone. I'm gone. I don't sit outside in the summer if it's a certain time of day. Like now with the sun coming down, it's bright here on my blinds, and if a bee comes anywhere near, I have the blinds shut because the sun is coming in this time of day. But if a bee comes anywhere near, I could see the shadow of the bee, and I just shudder. Oh, there's one out there. I just don't do any kind of bees, and I've already seen one of every kind out there already this month. So I got to be ready for that. I've got 2 dogs that I have to take outside all day long, and whatever, I still have to do it. But if it's bothersome for me, then I'll just take one at a time so that I have a free hand to hold this. This is my friend. I keep one of these throughout the house. I know I have one in my bedroom, and I have this one that I keep on top of the dog cage where the dog leashes are. And I usually always keep one in the kitchen area, but since we moved here, I don't think I have one there. So this will have to do for this whole room, so it's like open concept. But I won't sit outside without one of these. And if I take the dogs one at a time because it's hot and sunny, then I have one of these, and I won't go for a walk without one of these. Whether I'm going for a casual walk just to walk around, or if I'm putting my sneakers on and I'm gonna go walk, I always have one of these. And I don't care what I look like. There's that lady with the fly swatter again. I don't care. I don't care. I don't do bees. I'm really good. I got really good hand-eye coordination. Anything comes with me and whack. They're gone. They're dead. They're down. And hairspray in the house is my friend. I've got the fly swatter in one hand and the hairspray in the other, and I will kill you. And you will die. If I'm home alone and there's a bee. You know, I don't do bees, and Chrissy doesn't do spiders. So she gets really upset if I call her to the room to kill a spider. But she'll kill a bee. And my husband's allergic to bees. Apparently he wasn't when he was a kid, but he is now as an adult. But it depends on what it is, though, not everything. So he has to keep those EpiPens. I should remind him. I should send him a text to tell him to check the date on his EpiPens, because he has to get new subscriptions, prescriptions, if the dates on them has worn off. So that's why I don't do bees. I've been stung more than enough times for my entire lifetime. I don't ever need for it to happen again. I guess the reason why I act the way I do is because of that day in Philadelphia. I wonder how I would be around bees my whole entire adult life if that never happened. Would I have been stung since then or not, like I haven't been since? I don't want to know, I guess. It happened, it's over with, and I'm trying really hard to make sure something like that never happens again. Even a single sting I don't want. I know it's not going to kill me. It's just a bee. I could flick it off, get over it, and live. But I can't, because I don't do bees. And that's going to be one of the questions I'm going to have when I finally die and meet the Lord, unless he decides to bring the rapture on. Any time now, Lord, I'm ready. It's going to be, why, God? Why? Why bees? So anyway, that's my story. That's why I don't do bees. Do you do bees? Let me know in the comments down below if you do or don't do bees and why you don't do them. Also, new to my description box, I included my little, I guess it's login name for Weight Watchers under the Connect page. It's kind of like an Instagram page on the Weight Watchers app. So if you've joined Weight Watchers and you use the app and you want to connect with me, my Connect name is down in the description box. And then you can choose to follow me, and then I can follow you. Send me a little message in there letting me know who you are, you know, from YouTube, and I'll be glad to follow you back. And then we can just stay connected a little more closely as far as Weight Watchers is concerned. I've had a good day today. It's 6:33. I'm done eating as far as meals are concerned. I have 7 points left for the day, so I'll probably have some ice cream later on. It was my friend's 60th birthday, and she invited me out to dinner. And I ordered a side salad with a grilled chicken breast, and it was huge. The salad was huge. It was no side salad. It was a big plated salad, because none of the salads on their menu were any good. I would have had to say, take this off, take that off. I can't have candied walnuts, take off the cheese. You know, I didn't want to do all that, so I just said a side salad. And I forgot to bring my fat-free, sugar-free, or rather 0-point poppy seed dressing. I put it in a little container in the fridge and forgot to bring it with me. So I ordered ranch on the side and just used it sparingly. And so my only points for dinner was the ranch. It was really a really good dinner, and I enjoyed myself, and I just got back a little while ago. So you can eat out. You can enjoy the company of others in a public restaurant, and I found that I can enjoy something at Subway now, and I can enjoy something at Pizza Hut and Taco Bell and this new restaurant that I went to tonight. And also I just discovered I can eat something at Burger King. The Junior Whopper with no cheese or mayonnaise is only 7 points. Did you know that? I can do that. I won't do the fries, but I can have a Whopper. When I'm in the mood for that Whopper, now I can have one, and I'll be happy with that. Well, anyway, none of that has to do with why I do bees, but I thought I would just add that little bit of information. So, I hope to hear from you in the comments below about whether or not you do bees and all that good stuff. And until I see you again, be blessed.